All right, guys. So this is my first time streaming in, I don't know, a year, maybe 2 years. So I'm going to give this a shot and see if we can do this. I'm going to play some Blitz chats. I will try and coach you guys through some good moves and maybe explain a little bit of what I'm doing. So let's see. We'll go ahead and just find somebody to play with. And we're going to play 5 minute. And we'll see if we can string a couple of wins together. Let's see. All right. Black pieces, and he is playing B3. I don't know about that. All right. So we're going for a King's Indian setup, and we're going to see if we can make something useful out of this happen. Let's see. I'm going to turn that music down a little bit. It's getting a little bit loud. Let's see. Let's get back in here. All right. There we go. Sorry, just messing with, I've got some music in the background, and so I'm not too worried about the time here. It's just to attack the center, see if we can get some interesting. I gave him a time advantage, so we're going to play a little bit more aggressively than I usually like to. He's obviously going to attack the knight. We'll just reroute it. Oh. He had an opportunity there and he didn't take it. So let's see. We'll go ahead, make this bishop look bad. Where's this knight going? All right. All right, so whenever you see somebody castled on the opposite side, the general idea is that you want to send your pawns to crash through, even if it means you're going to end up sacrificing a little bit. Usually the attack that you get is going to be worth it all. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can be a little faster than him. Looks like he's got the same idea, but we're still going to try and crash through. We've got the queen and the rook all pointing in the right direction. His bishop isn't doing a lot, neither is mine, so I'm probably going to see if I can get the knight moving in the right direction. Oh, hey, welcome. I don't know who's watching right now, but if you want to say hi in the chat. So he exchanged, we'll take, and we're going to send the queen and the pawn attacking here. Let's see. I've totally caught up on time, which isn't too bad because I took about a minute just messing with the sound to get the music in the background to actually play. You can see I don't play on this too much because I haven't been streaming. So if I can win, I can get 55 rating points, which would be awesome, right? You don't get games like that too often. So let's see if we can crash. No, I like the knight guarding that square for right now. Let's see what he does with this. I'm going to be willing to sack the exchange because now my bishop's going to get involved. I think that was good for me. So now I have my rook, my bishop, and my queen is about to come over. So we'll go here. The king has got to come over. I think we're going to check him back. Or, no, the king comes over and then we just win the queen. Because I'm going to get a pin on the queen here. So here we go. Win the queen. That should win the game. I don't know if he's going to resign, though. I mean, who knows? So let's see how this goes. Oh, so he didn't take. So we'll take there. Let's see. So he didn't resign. Let's bring the queen in. There's our check. And let's see. How do we finish him off? Bring another piece in. If you can't see a good attack, add some. Sorry, my son just walked over. I wanted to say good morning. Or good afternoon. He just got up from nap. And let's see, can we finish him off? Here, we'll go check. I'm chasing him in nowhere in particular, so I got to do better. Well, when you're up material, it never hurts to exchange. See, I'm playing too quickly and I'm chatting. I should have just taken the rook. The rook was hanging here. So I could have won the exchange there. So he's probably going to move the rook. That would be the best way to hang on. So he did. So we'll go ahead and exchange there. Bishop's got to take. And let's see. What can we do here? Hey.
Hi.
You got Spider-Man?
Okay. See him.
Alright, let's see. Can I win this easily? Here, let's just trade down.
Why did I take it?
Oh, he didn't take it, so we're just going to move.
Nah. Wait.
Alright. If he wants to lose the exchange. Alright. Here we go. Now I'm putting moves together. Alright, so I'm still technically up, but I've definitely wasted a lot of my advantage here. Let's see if I can not lose this game. That would be great to not lose. So let's see. And let's go ahead and checkmate him right there. There we go. 55 rating points and a win. There's my first win. I'm going to take a quick minute, walk away while I go help my kiddo get situated. So I will be right back. But just hang on out and I'll be right back.
I want to play a game on TV.
I don't know that we're going to play a game on TV, but...
Why?
Do you want to go watch something on the big TV? Here, let's watch something on the big TV. What do you want? What would you like? Yes, it is. All right, guys, I am back. Let's see. Let's get back in here. All right, I'm back. I'm actually not going to look at this game because I don't feel like this one. I don't know that this one was really worth pouring into. Does anybody in the chat tell me if you can hear the music in the background? Oh. Is anybody here in the chat? Tell me if you can hear the music. All right, I'll assume you can. Let's go ahead. We'll play another game. So let's see. New game. We'll play another 5-minute game. And we're going to open with the English because that's my preferred opening. And so I like the Fiend Shadowed Bishop. I don't always play e3 against the bishop, but I like the idea. Generally, I've been playing the knight to e2, but I've been finding I've been getting not great results with that. So I think I'm gonna hold off and figure out where I want to play the knight to. No, I'm gonna play it to f3, castle, and then I'm gonna play d4 here. If I need to, I'll reroute the knight. Do I reroute it to d2 or e1? Probably d2, because then it attacks the e4 square. Oh, all right. Or we'll just exchange on d4. Opens up this line. So the idea is I'm going to put the rook on e1. So he backs up. Let's put the rook on e1. I'm going to move the bishop, and the bishop is going to go to... Let's put the bishop on f4, attack the pawn. I'm just trying to finish my development. So... There. Just trying to finish development, get my pieces on good squares. So now I'm thinking, let's stack the rooks. So now I've basically finished my development. He's still working a little bit on his. So now I can start to push, try and put this question to the bishop. What's it doing? He's probably going to exchange. His bishop isn't great. My knight could be better. I think that was a mistake. So let's go ahead and expand. Let's see. All right, I've got my bishop attacking his d6 pawn. So yeah, that's not a bad idea. So I'm going to push the c pawn. If he takes, the bishop's hanging. So he can't just take. So we'll go ahead and move out of the way. I don't want to let this pawn drop. I guess it's not dropping. The knight's covering it now, so I didn't really need to worry about that. But I do need to be careful about the bishop coming in and being annoying. So let's see. That knight is loose. My bishop isn't doing anything. So if you don't have a good idea of what to do, one of the things that you can think about is, what's my worst piece? Like, what piece is doing the least amount right now, and how do you make it better? So maybe the idea is that these rooks aren't doing a whole lot. I spent all the time to stack them. So let's go ahead and use them. Now this bishop either has to be defended or moved, and there aren't a lot of places to go. So he's probably going to defend it, would be my guess. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? If you grew up and you're as old as I am, you probably watched some of that terrible TV back in the day. What was it? Cops was the show. I grew up in Florida, and I always questioned whether I would see some family members on there, because you never know. So there we go. I've won a pawn. I've successfully done something. So bring the bishop back. He attacked it, opened up his king side, which I guess if you're on the downside of things, you want to do something dramatic. See, my impulse is just to take en passant, because if you're playing chess and you're playing chess online, what do? Somebody gives you an en passant, you got, oh, that wasn't en passant, he just pushed it. Look at me. Silly Vince. So what can we do? Well, rooks on the 7th are dangerous, right? So if I can stack those, it just feels like a lot of pressure. Can I bring the knight in? Add more pressure? Maybe I add that pressure after I put the rooks in. Bishop over. Yeah, let's give that a shot. So we're going to bring the rooks in, and then the idea is I'm going to bring the knight. Probably end up trading off the knights. We may end up exchanging, but I think I'm going to be able to come out ahead here. Let's see, I'm a little shorter on time. I've got... Alright, so he's trying to stick me in there. Let's see. This bishop is pretty terrible right now, so how can I make it better? Let's open up his king side. I'm going to push that h-pawn, move the knight, and then that bishop's going to get better. So, let's see. So now let's go ahead and attack the pawn. He's probably going to push it, right? With the idea now that I can spend a couple of moves. See, the thing is that my position, I feel like I've got time. He's not really doing anything. So I feel like I've got the time to kind of re-coordinate my pieces and try and put them on good squares. So my knight's going to f4 next. Let's see. So I put the bishop there because his bishop on b8 was covering. So I took the bishop, or I'm hoping to exchange the bishops. Hit the queen. Interesting. All right. Let's trade the bishops. I'm going to win another pawn. And then I'll bring the knight out and hopefully add enough pressure that I can make a decisive victory here. Alright, so he didn't like that idea, but I still do. Hits the bishop, hits the pawn's hanging, so he's got to guard it, right? You can't just ignore that. I can ignore that because I'm going to hit the queen. And so queen's got to move. Then I'll come back and hit the bishop again. If he takes on a7, I'll just take back. Yes, my rooks aren't doubled anymore, but it's definitely an even exchange. I'm up. What am I up? 3 pawns now? I'm up the H pawn and the A and the B pawn. So, again, if you're up material, exchange. You're winning. So, let's just try and consolidate my advantage. One thing to be careful of, little trap mates. I'm okay right here, but pawns and queens dancing around the king can be a little dangerous. So I'm going to drop the E pawn, but oh, it came with check. That's what I get for being trying to be fancy. So we'll come up. Is he going to force the exchange? He shouldn't. He's got to guard this pawn. He's got to guard the G pawn, right? Guards the G pawn with check. Oh, I'm getting short on time too. So let's play faster. All right, 12 seconds. What is he going to do now? Okay, that comes with check. That was a mistake. Let's see. Because now I got mate in 1. He's got to give check. I'm going to run. And what does he do about that? There we go. He lost on time. Mate and 1 was on the board. All right, so generally a good idea. Let's analyze the game. Let's take a quick look at it, see what we were missing. So, all right. Does it like or hate that move? Because I throw that question out there. E3, so he brought the bishop out. They want me to do D3. Okay, D3 would have been okay. I went E3 given the advantage to them. He gave it back. So let's see. Let's get out of the opening. So here we go. I make an aggressive pawn move. We exchange. I have a slight advantage. Evaluation says plus 0.5, which for white isn't great, but so. All right, so now I've got a clear advantage. Can I not lose that advantage? So what was the move to best move here? B4. All right, best move here was B4. Queen D6 isn't bad. So develop the bishop. All right, so now they're saying I have a strong advantage. Do I take advantage of it? No. All right, there's a tactic here, right? So what's the tactic here? Let's see. So hit the queen, forcing moves, hit the queen. Where's the queen go? Can't give me a pawn for free, right? I guess it doesn't matter though, right? Because I can just take the pawn. Take the pawn. He can't capture back. Rook's got to move. And then what's the follow-up? I don't know. I mean, winning the pawn this early, his queen side is completely locked up. I mean, I guess that's a quick win. So I guess I got to look for those forcing moves, though generally I don't like to start an attack until all the pieces are kind of on a good square. Oh, so that was a... So, still have a slight advantage. Nothing amazing. Haven't blundered yet. And now I've just gone back to even. So they really didn't like that move. Knight h4. I don't know. I thought it was a decent move. But I guess they'll have time to make me look bad, I guess. I don't know. They're saying G5 holds the position. Bishop's got to move. And then Bishop G4, and I can't guard the knight. So, yeah, okay. Wow, so I missed something big there. So, clear decisive victory here, and I'm going to blow it. So D5. D5's the move. C5. And then knight H. So they still like this idea. Attack. And the bishop is dropping out. Like, what do you do to this? Like, I wouldn't do that, because what happens to this? You ignore it? Knight B5? You just ignore the two pieces that are hanging, I guess? And they're saying Bishop G4. Attack the rook. Defend it. And these computer moves are crazy. Huh. Things I wouldn't think of, guys. I guess that's why I'm a 1590 on chess.com, is because I don't always think of these things. Okay, they didn't like my doubled rooks. Interesting. I mean, I'm still winning. It's definitely up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So I keep getting good positions and then mediocre. Then he makes a bad move. I get a good position. So here, ooh, they hated that move. Wow. Queen F2 check. I missed that. So did he. Queen F2 check. King H1. Rook takes. Rook takes. And then what's the follow-up? I guess that's enough, right? I mean, my attack is definitely fizzled. So, note to self. The other guy can fight back too. He has attacks too. So, he gave it back to me by making the wrong move. He didn't give me the check, but he could have found it. That would have been a lost position. So I got hungry for that pawn and didn't think about the counterplay. Wow. So I would have lost that game, probably. So I'm doing okay here. So what should I have done? Because another one of those moves where I just make the wrong move. So what should I have done here? So let's see. My rook's over there in the corner. It's not doing a whole lot. My queen is attacking the pawn. The knight is sitting here, keeping his knight out. So it's also guarding the A3 pawn. So I can't really lift it. So computer likes attacking the pawn. Yeah, I mean, the hard thing is I was getting short on time too, so you never... when you play these faster time controls, you really gotta take the end games with a grain of salt. So it looks like he had a perpetual here, and I just lost the game. Dropped the queen. Well, the queen doesn't drop, but he does. He wins it with check, and then So he's still winning. Queen e4. Queen e4 check. Yeah. So he just gave me the whole game back. And yeah, and so he didn't have an answer to that, but wow. So that's Blitz chess for you. That's too bad. So takeaways from this game: I need to look at the counterplay that I'm creating for black or the other for my opponent. So you can't just let them have that. All right, so let's go back. Let's play another game. Let's see, 5 minutes. All right, we got the black pieces, and what are we going to do with it? What are you going to do? E4. So I'm going to go ahead and play my Pirc defense. So I was doing some research the other day, and apparently E4 is the most commonly played move on chess.com. So pushing the pawn, I never really worry about that too much. It just feels like it's spending too many moves. It gives me an advantage as far as developing. Oh, that's an interesting move. I don't see that often. I guess he's trying to come in. Might try and target. There. Let's keep him out of there. Just be a little prophylactic. Because sometimes if you're too slow in castling, that C pawn can become a liability. I have no idea why he's giving up castling rights this early. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and castle. And so he's got 2 pieces, so 2 pieces for a rook and a pawn if he goes for that exchange. It's not terrible. I don't love doing that, but it usually doesn't hurt too bad. So let's see. We'll go ahead and back up. All right. Let's give a little spite check. And so I got to develop this knight, this bishop. These got to find better squares. But don't give the queen away in the process. All right. So bishop to defend the double attack. No. I guess I'll win a pawn. Yes, I know the B pawn's a poison pawn, but if he can't if he can't attack back, it's not poison, right? As I say, last move I didn't take into account their counterplay. So now it's exchanged. So we exchanged the queen.
Daddy, what spells start again?
Alright, so what are we going to do now? So let's go ahead. Let's kick the bishop. Make him make a choice here. Is he going to go for this exchange? No. So now what? Develop the knight. His most advanced piece. Is he going to trade it and help me develop? No. Okay, he's attacking the pawn. Let's defend it. He got the king off the same file with the rook, which is generally a good idea. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Let's go ahead. We'll open up the bishop a little bit, attack the 2 pawns. Do I think I'm going to win one of those 2 pawns? No. But I just want to open up the center a little bit. Oh. There we go. Auto zoom. What can you do? Hmm. Do I? No. I'm going to just move it. We'll reroute it. Pawn's protected by the rook, so the bishop's got to move. So I'm just trying to add pressure, put my pieces on better squares. This knight is just out of it right now. This is his only good piece. So can I eliminate it by doing something clever? I mean, I could just try and attack it, move the bishop so that it's not on the back rank, because my rooks are still disconnected. So where is he going to go? So let's go here, make his knight make a decision. Okay. Do I take it, double his pawns, but I open up his rook? Do I come here, attack the rook? Let's see. There. Just put the rook on a file. Okay, just putting the rook on the file with the king. I don't know if it'll help or not, but with a blitz game, I mean, you're just building slight pressures. So even if they're not clearly winning, it's not a bad idea to just build these structures. So now the pawn's not protecting the knight. Can I take advantage of that? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? I don't want to bring its bishop out. Here, let's do that. Attack the knight. Oh. Gotta turn off that auto zoom. Oh, moved. So let's see. Let's see. If I take there, he takes there. Let's take there. And if I take there, he's got to take with the knight. I can push the pawn, and he can't take back because that lets me stack my rooks, right? Okay. So we'll bring the rook out. Now they're stacked. How are we doing materially? I'm up a single pawn. Okay. So even though I'm up only a pawn, he's got 3 pawn islands and I've only got 2. Generally, the idea is that the person with less pawn islands is going to be the side that's better. Do I take here? Do I do something else? If I take, he can take. Can he defend the pawn there? My knight is pretty bad. Oh, I don't want to drop this pawn though, so I guess we will. And let's attack the pawn. He can't really defend it well. I guess he could march the king down and try and defend it. But now I can bring my knight over and help support. Now I'll stack. So you gotta watch this A pawn. Pass pawns are baby queens, so you gotta be careful of that, right? Let's see. Alright, I'll win the exchange. So you gotta watch out for knights. Knights forks. I mean, he's short on time. He's down to about 30 seconds, so I guess you can't fault him for that, but those are the things you gotta watch out for. So can I win the exchange? Because right now if I take here, he's going to take me back, and I didn't win anything. So can I do this in a way that I win something? Yes. There we go. So that's what he was being careless, and so that helped me out. And that should win it. And now I'll bring my king over to help finish the job. Won that on time, pre-moving a little bit at the end there. Yeah, these blitz games, they're something. I don't know. So let's see. Quick analysis. Did we swing a lot? Chances are we swung a lot here. Any moments where either one of us had a real... Alright, so he's came out of that queen trade ahead. So they like me now. I'm a little bit ahead. See, I felt like I was winning all through this. And it was just a matter of how do I take advantage of it. Alright, so giving a little bit of the advantage away. And oh, I'm still a little bit ahead. Oh, they did not like that move. Guess I should have done something else. Knight g3, attack the bishop. Yeah, add an extra defender. He's got to retreat the rook. Alright. So, and this is where, yeah, that was got to be his last mistake, right? Yeah, that just doesn't win, right? So that loses it right there. Exchanged it. And there, he's got no chance. Yeah, so what can you do? All right. With that, what do you think? Play one more? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and play one more. Probably get us close to about a full hour and see what happens here. 1623, that's not a bad place to be. We're going to play the English again. Playing yeah. E3 again. Knight F3. Castle. And let's go D4. He's got to take here, right? No, he didn't. So let's bring the knight out. Let's do some exchanging. Open up the center, I guess. And I don't want to double these pawns if I can help it. Let's see. Rook on the half-open file. Can't do that yet because then he just pushes past, right? Can't do that. So let's move with the idea that, see, I guess I have to now, right? So I'm still going to come out of this okay, but that was definitely a questionable move on my part, because he's got 2 attackers, I've got 2 defenders. So I'm going to come out of this okay, but I definitely could have done better. So we'll take there with check. He's got to take. And let's see. Can I do anything clever? I don't see anything clever. So his queen's going to come over. So I don't think he's threatening anything with this queen, even though it looks intimidating. So we'll just put our pieces on good squares, and in reality, this is a really even position. My guess is that unless time becomes a real issue, we're going to draw this. So we got to decide how these pawns are going to shake out. So you're going to exchange, let me stack rooks and maybe try and win that B pawn. All right. And what do we do now? Put pressure on the B pawn. Leave it on the back rank and say, hey, this is a draw. We'll try and trade off the rooks. I'm calling this a draw. I forgot I'm streaming. So when you're streaming, you don't offer draws. It doesn't matter if you're in a drawn position, right? You play it all the way out, right? So that'll be something that I have to do better on, right? All right, let's try and trade the bishops. I'll take a free queen. Free queens. So that happened. All right. Rematch offer, so we'll do it again. So d4, we're going to go into a King's Indian. And so now the trick is I really have to make sure I counterattack in the center. I can't let him go too far with this. So now I'm going to be able to put my rook in the center. And I think I probably was supposed to take with the pawn there. But I didn't, obviously. So let's see. I think that was a mistake too. That knight has too many good squares to go to. Yeah, that queen's got to go somewhere more useful. Let's see. Yeah, that was why I said that queen was in the wrong square, because it didn't belong there. So what can I do with that? This one's gonna move. Maybe we'll put them, now the knights are pointing in the same direction. Can we take d4 and make it useful? Let's see. Queen over looked interesting, but I don't think it does anything. I think it just looks scary. Let's keep that out. Maybe with the idea that I'll be able to push b5. So he wants to exchange off. Here, let's go this way. I got two pieces. He's got 2 pieces, but his is a queen. So this square is still mine. It's just a question about how do we make some progress. Let's see. Can we do anything with that? So if he doesn't do anything, I'll take the bishop. Do I take the bishop? Do I unsupport his knight? Here. Let's go here. Attack the c-pawn. The c-pawn was hanging. So if he does nothing, I'll win a pawn. So he's going to do something. Knight doesn't have a lot of good squares to go to. So now, what can I do with that? Let's see if we can undermine. He'll push, I push. He ends up with a passed pawn, but it doesn't really go anywhere, and the knight becomes completely unsupported, right? Alright. What is he gonna do? What is he gonna do? He's gonna continue to try and win, right? How's he gonna win? Let's see. If I take there, he has to take with the rook. Then I can I take? I can attack his rook. Yeah, let's try that. Attack the rook. It's undefended, so he's got to support it, right? So those are the seeds of your tactics, right? Just look for pieces that are undefended. Look for the pieces that are underdefended. Alright, so we had to defend that. So now, what can I do about it? Bishop, queen, or the rook takes. If I take the pawn, nothing good comes of that. The bishop's now undefended, so if I can move the knight with an attack, I might be able to win that. That just comes down to a weird exchange. That doesn't help. If I can move this one, so maybe that's the idea. If I can move the knight, it discovers an attack on the bishop. No, this knight is just, the rook isn't supported, so if I have to be careful with what goes there. Let's see, I've got a minute 46, so I can't spend too long trying to be cute. Maybe at some point I just play a decent move and see what happens. So let's see, what's not a bad move? Just not a bad move. Alright, let's just trade. That can't be terrible. We'll trade. That can't be terrible. And now bring the knight in. Again, I don't think I'm playing great moves here. I'm just trying to play decent moves that aren't losing. Minute 20 left. And with a mouse, I'm not usually super fast. So now I'm threatening a king-queen fork. So if he's not careful, he's going to get forked and lose his queen. I'm also threatening rook to e1 and winning the queen on the back rank through a skewer. Attacking the queen through the king, or attacking the queen because of the king. So, two tactics. How does he answer it? Moves the queen. Rook check. Oh, doesn't that just win? Queen check and take the rook. Queen check, take the rook. He checks and I give it back, right? I guess I gotta go for it, right? Because I already committed to it. Or can I do something clever? No, that doesn't do it. That doesn't do it. Is there a good square for the rook? Can I do something else? Can I do something else? I don't see anything else. We'll do it. He's going to get the fork. I'm going to have to move. So at least I'm still winning here. It's going to be a tougher win than I thought it would be, but I'm up a knight, so that's not terrible. The question is how do I win this without losing in 17 seconds? Can I... Here, we'll just do this. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying not to lose. And... the zoom. Let's see. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, there's a check. See? I was trying not to lose, and I started losing. And I lost on time. Ah! Alright, we'll do one more. I should have won that one. Should have won that one. There you go. We'll go exchange. We're going to retreat. We're going to retreat. We're going to say he's overextended and tell him that that was a bad move. And because he's overextended, this bishop is just so much better. So even though it looks like I retreated and lost development, I think I'm better because of this really weak long diagonal. So positionally, I think I'm going to be better off in the long run. So notice he's not opening things up right now because he knows that he's not in a better position. So we'll attack the pawn. I'm also starting to eye this square, the f7 square. It's not real threats, but you never know when those little tricky, like, scholar's mate ideas pop in. Sometimes they just become available. They just pop out on the board for you, and you're like, okay, well, I'll take a scholar's mate. So let's see. He's got two pieces there. I'm underdeveloped in that way. Could I open that up? I've got two on it. There. Let's make his bishop make a decision. Is he trading it? Is he taking it? What is he doing? All right. So I'm okay with that. So now let's just send it. Send this pawn down. Find a better square for the knight. It wasn't coming out because of that. So now I've got a good square for my knight. Bishop's got to move. So where's his bishop going? He's got to go to e7, right? sacks on there. That's not going to last. He doesn't have enough pieces developed. So, and now what do? Can I take there? Take there. Leave the pressure, and because if he takes, I'm taking with the rook, and then I'm going to try and get my bishop out. All right, let's see. I don't want to give up the bishop. It's just such a good bishop. It's a good bishop. All right, let's go this way. Queen has some choices. These squares are taken away by the knights right now, but it doesn't mean it's not going to open up later. So let's go this way, open up this rook. See if we can undermine this nice pawn chain, because it looks real strong, doesn't it? So take away the pawn chain. And so let's take. And so he's got to put the knight there, right? Knight's got to go there. And can I add some attackers? Or here, nothing's happening there yet. So let's keep doing something. Make him think. Let's see. I've got. Oh, that's interesting. So now with the idea is if I can put my rook on the b file, I'll have 3 attackers on the knight. He'll have 2 defenders, and at some point, if he has to move this rook to recapture, I can take this rook with checkmate. So I'm starting to try and build some mating nets. So now he wants to trade queens. And do I want to let him? I don't think I want to let him, right? If I take the queen, he takes with the knight, and that doesn't do much for me. If I take the knight, he takes the queen, I take with the rook. I guess that works out for me, right? Sometimes the order matters, right? Because my knight ends up guarding the bishop, so I just won a piece. Winning a piece is usually a good idea. So now he can't exchange, so he's going to try and come in here. So he's going to check. Is he going to check with the knight? No? All right, he's just going to lose. Checkmate. Back rank weaknesses. All right, I want to play one more. Let's play one more. Let's see. Father 1975. So that suggests that he's a dad too, which is cool. I guess it's the battle of the dads, right? All right, we'll go ahead and castle. Get out of the way. Let's bring this over. Let's see. I think that's what we want to do. And we'll try and break out over here on the queen side. Let's just move. If he pushes, I'll take. Opens up my rook. That's okay for me. Also lets this bishop be pretty strong. So let's see. What is he threatening? He's just not developed yet. He's not really threatening anything yet. So can we 'cause I want to push this B pawn, but I don't want to lose it outright when I do it. So I'm just trying to find some better squares to put some pieces on, support this B pawn push. All right. If I don't take, I take with the knight. The pawn's carded. That's there. That's got to be okay for me. That's got to be okay. So the idea is I'm going to put a rook on this open file now. Maybe push the pawn, exchange. No. So now the bishop's got to make a choice. If he makes the wrong move, I'm going to win the exchange. So if he's going to fight to hang on to that, so he didn't. So we'll take here and win a pawn. Oh, no, I won't. There. So he's got a little bit of a lead in development. So I gotta try and catch up in development. So that'll help with my development. Because if he trades his rook, I can take the file, which will help me. I can exchange the knight and double his pawns. That would be okay for me. Bishop for the knight. Let's see. Still got this pawn push at some point, but he's got 3 pieces guarding this square. I've only got 1 on it. So now he's not going to let me double his pawns. So let's come here, attack the empty pawn. That one's hanging. So does he defend it? Defends it. Can I... So there's a check here. That doesn't do anything though. I could take the knight, bishop takes, and then I could check. Does that do anything? King's got to move. The queen is just so out of play right now. If I take... Alright, so if my queen's out of play, let's bring it back in, right? Let's come over, swing it to the other side of the board, right? Biggest weakness, make it a strength. Queen's got to move. Alright, so my check is gone. I can still take. If I take there, that's not going to do anything. Just looking at these 2 pieces. So can I do anything useful with that? No. No, that wasn't useful at all. Let's come back. Is he going to push? Alright, so if he pushes, I'm going to capture, and then... Oh, he moved. Let's see, can I get... Let's get something out of this position. That could go there. That could go there. No. Here. Let's just add some more pressure. Take away more squares. Also gives me a place for my rook to come in. So he took that away. So let's make the rook go away. Oh, the knight go away. The knight can move. Where's the knight going? So if I take there, so I got to be careful now that this square is open because he's got a nice little battery here. So
Look what I found. Look what I found. That paper.
All right. So what do I do now? Do I take there? Do I stack? There's no checks. Can I don't want to sack the knight. I can't do that. If I do that, no. Let's see. Can I reroute the knight to make it useful? I'm going to lose this pawn. So let's see. The knight guards the h7 check, so I'm not too worried there. So can I... Here. Let's try and do something useful. Now the rooks are together, or the rook and the queen are together. Now they're not. He blocked it. Doing okay on time-ish. Let's see. So, let's see. Could take the bishop. No. Alright, so what does that do for me? That gives me a knight square. I don't know that did anything, but I'm just looking for weaknesses of the last move. So he let me come in, so I'll try and use it. Let's see, can I try and get in here? And my queen's coming over if he lets me. That check is empty. That check does nothing. The bishop guards. So, all right. So this might be the idea. There's a check with the knight, and then can I do something useful with the knight check? No. So let's see. Can I do something useful with the rook? Not yet. So just trying to keep putting pieces on threatening squares. So now I'm threatening to push the rook, attack the queen. My queen is just so out of the position. Loose pieces fall off. Shoot. So that just fell off the board. And so the knight just fell off. All right, let's keep putting that pressure on then. I need to get my queen in the position. All right, I might still be able to win this. Let's see. There it is. All right, I'll take a win on time. That's my last game for this session. I hope you enjoyed following along, watching. If you did, give a like, subscribe. Appreciate it. You have a great day.